I asked coming into this camp, normally I do like this rah-rah, you're a fucking badass speech and try to pump people up and inspire people. You know, I do have a small, floundering motivational speaking business. And so I asked people, I said, what do you want to learn from camp? I got a lot of the normal endurance athlete stuff. Tell me how to manage my power in a race. And about nutrition, I'm sitting there going, I've talked about that 1,000 times. There's a YouTube video on my page. Go check it out. Share it with your friends. Watch it. So, I got a message. I got one of the things that came through on the spreadsheet was, how do you continue to move forward? We've all been in an extremely fucked up time in the past 6 months. I am so thankful to have friends around. Like, I wanted to hug people for 6 months now. Like, I miss my people. And so, you know, it hit me and I started thinking about it. And I'm always trying to generate content for my mental mastery stuff. And I thought about it, and you all probably saw my Facebook page the other day. I just started, and it just said, everything is fucked, ... That was the video that I shared, and that's kind of the beginning of a thought process. And so that's kind of what I call this tonight, is everything is fucked. Because I was asked a question, or several questions in sequence, and it was basically, how do you continue to go forward when option one just isn't fucking working for you? You know, like, you've been to option one, you go, this shit ain't happening. I gotta fucking homeschool this kid that I'm gonna kill. I've gotta work from home. I've gotta cut back on my drinking. I've gotta exercise at some point, right? And so I call this everything is fucked. And everything is fucked. Or so it seems, right? And because I literally was typing this at the table an hour and a half ago, I'm gonna go off my note sheet. And so it is true. Like, if you step back and you look at politics, you look at riots, you look at no races happening, you look at your work. Some of you are back working, some of you are not working, some of you are just going, well, I'd like to go to this restaurant, but fuck, people are probably all sick and dying, so I'm not going there, you know? It's a lot of really, like, as Kendall's favorite phrase, a lot of moving parts, right? And it is. It's a lot of shit that comes at you. And if you log on to Facebook for 5 minutes a day, you're going to go, whoa! Yeah. Wait a minute. Trump's got COVID and Biden's gay. What is that? I don't know if that's all. That just came across and you're like, allegedly. No. But you step back and you can be absolutely overwhelmed with all the bullshit out there. Right? And that's one thing that is important to me, because I got hung up in that at some point in time. I'm not sitting here talking to you as somebody that's got all this shit figured out. I have no fucking idea what I'm doing. Right, babe? But I have some thoughts, I have some ideas, so I want to share that with you guys. And so, what do you do when everything is fucked, or so it seems? Like, it's legitimately a dumpster fire on a train that's about to crash on a bridge that isn't there anymore. It's that bad. And it feels that bad, and you relate to it being that bad. What the hell do you do? Right? So, there's a saying, I want to develop this into more, but is the strength of the wolf is in the pack. And the strength of the pack is in the wolf. Okay, so think about that for a second. Meaning, you gain your strength from your groups, not just mine, right? But your family, your training friends, your work friends, that's your strength. But the group gains the strength from you. That's how important you are as a cog in that wheel. So, you know, if you're just hanging on by a thread, like legitimately like a cat on the fucking curtain, just hanging on, just sliding down, right? You know the ground's coming. You don't know how hard it is, you know how far it is. What do? The very first thing you have to do is what I call baby level consistent. Think about, who in here has kids? Raise your hands. If you have children, children that you have not murdered during homeschooling. Okay, everybody's still good, so no crimes committed here. What do babies need? When a baby is born, they rely on you for everything. God forbid they relied on me at some point in my life. But they rely on you for everything. Think about their basic needs. What do you have to provide as a parent to a newborn child that can't tell you, food, I've got a stomach ache? They can't tell you, I got to get a fucking tooth. Who knew? Right? So, yeah, you absolutely nailed it. So, you know, they really have one goal. It's kind of three. Eat, sleep, and shit. Right? I mean, what other basic foundation is there for a kid? There's none. As a young child that cannot speak to you and say, hey, I'm hungry, or hey, I'm tired, or whatever, you just kind of got to go, you're fucking still crying. Like, I don't know what to do. And so that's what you need to think about when you get overwhelmed with everything. When everything is spinning and you're sitting here going, I don't fucking know which way to go, but I got to go some way. But I don't want to go that way, for sure. I don't want to go that way. Get baby level consistent. Okay, and what that means is break it down to the most smallest portions you can consume. Everyone consumes different sized portions. My hope is that, I think that it's slowly fading, is that with all this COVID shit, we all had to kind of step back and go, man, what are my essentials? Remember that word they used all the time? Essential. Essential personnel, essential family members, essential. Think about that. That's the most important thing in your absolute life. I think we've gotten away from that now as a society, as we're starting to kind of move on to kind of expanding. You guys are here, obviously, and families are elsewhere. But think about that. When you get overwhelmed, when you get just completely inundated with everything, you're attacked from all angles, step back and go, what's essential to me? Right? That's step one. Now, once you get there, and the world has kind of melted around you, and you've kind of survived it and moved on, what do you do then? Right? We're kind of baby level essential. We're kind of like, okay, I can stand up. The floor is not lava. No matter what the kids say, I am good. Okay? Once you've maintained that, what the hell do you do? Somebody got an idea? What do you do next?
Set a goal.
Set a goal. That's a good start.
Yeah, help yourself.
Help yourself. Good start.
Pray.
Pray?
Sorry.
No, I mean absolutely. If that's what fuels you, 100%. If that's what fuels you, absolutely. No need to ever apologize for that. And what you all said is the exact answer. Look for the low-hanging fruit. Okay? If you're going, who's ever picked apples out of an apple tree? Or picked any type of fruit out of a bush or anything like that, okay? You're not going to stick your hand all the way in that freaking blackberry bush and grab the one inside. You're going to go, hey, man, look at this juicy back right here. I'll come back for that one. The birds can have that.
Yeah.
And so that's what you have to do. So once you establish a firm foundation, that's what's happened is so many people have lost that firm foundation. Whether it's in your fitness, whether it's in your relationships, whether it's in your religion, whether it's in your work. We've lost that foundation because everything was just like we live in California, we're just shook with an earthquake. We go, I don't know what to do. Okay? So you got to find that lowest hanging consistent fruit. Okay? Consistent being the key in that. What are you all? I need 3 things that you consider your low hanging fruit. What do you see as low hanging fruit in your life?
Gratefulness.
Gratefulness? That's non-verbal. What are you, caveman?
Exercise.
Exercise? Okay.
Eating.
Here we go. See, now we get caveman status right there. Like, eat, sleep, make fire. Right?
Yeah.
Nobody is my priority is. I have coffee.
So, absolutely. The 3 things that I listed, not right, not wrong, was what hit me first, is sleep. Because our lives can be changed with good quality sleep. Okay? Hydration. You can change your entire life with good hydration. Your mindset, your sleep, your emotions can all be changed via hydration. And the last thing that I am not great at is meditation. And not just meditation like taking just a minute for yourself to step away from everything and go, okay. Right? I don't know if you all noticed, but in full transparency, when I do these camps, I'm extremely exhausted at the end of the day.
I bet.
Right? And so you'll notice that I was able to step in here. I literally took a couple pictures from in here, watching everyone congregate. I didn't go and interact. For me, I step back and go, this is amazing because this is something that I've helped bring together.
Yes.
That's my meditation, right? Just because I'm not coming up, hugging and high-fiving all this energy, I'm consuming, I'm enjoying, I'm getting the energy from that. And so I step back and I go, I can now reset because I know that after we eat dinner, I have to provide a message. I have to give something. I want to help people. So for me, it's sleep and hydration and meditation. Whatever meditation means to you. It could be prayer. It could be taking a nap. It could be doing some type of app. It could be your exercise. It could be your meditation. Who knows? So after that, and only after that, in my opinion, comes fitness. Because if you don't have that shit right, then everything else will just kind of fall through the cracks that you don't have in there. Because what happens is you all are some neurotic psychopaths that only focus on your watches and data and how far you went, how fast you went there, and why I wasn't faster last time, blah, 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 blah. And then you just drive yourself mad and you forget what really matters the most, that essential. Okay? And the message I'm trying to share tonight, what I hope I get across is, it's not, normally I sit here and talk about rah, 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 let's go. But at the core level, I've seen so many really good, talented, smart, strong people crack this year. So many. typically, I remember I was talking today about, I told somebody, I said, it's been one of the hardest, I think Paul and I was having a conversation, he asked about, coaching business-wise, how's it went? By far, lowest income year for the business ever, okay? And the hardest year on me because normally I can count on 3 to 5 of my specific athletes to need me to have the right thing to say at the right point in time. Yeah. This year, I think fucking 20 people at some point, probably all at the same time, have needed me to go, no, you're good, keep going.
Yeah.
Right? So it's been a really hard year for me. I'm not saying that it's simply, I'm saying that to let you all understand, like, it's a struggle for everybody. Mm-hmm. And so I have to then fall back and go, okay, what are my essentials? Life, stepkids, kids, home, family, my extended family. Once I did that, I had gratitude, as she said 37,000 times today, which is amazing.
Sorry.
No!
I'm just
going to apologize.
And I shouldn't say sorry.
I'm going to put her in the front leading rest position here very shortly if she keeps apologizing.
I won't. Sorry.
But the thing is, I step back and I have gratitude to even have access to people in my life, right? So for me, that's been key. So I think that fitness comes after you have that firm foundation. And then you go, okay, what are kind of my key essentials, right? What are my system processes? Could be meditation, sleep, hydration. Is my family happy? That's the very first step, and then you move forward from there. And then your fitness comes in. And then I think only after those pieces come in place should you then start looking for the gains you all love to find. Only then can you appreciate the gains you will earn. Only then will you make the gains, because right here, it's clicked on. Right here, you're in a good place. Right here, you're comfortable. Right here, you're happy. Your family's taken care of. You are deeply satisfied, and you're not looking for some PR or some crack goal out there to bring you the satisfaction. So my hope for everybody in this room is that this year, you find a way to reflect on kind of those tough times you went through and go, you know what? It's like she said, she's a great example. She just had I'm going to call it hamstring surgery, months back.
You talked about that.
Well, months back. So what did she do today? She knew she didn't need to run 2 days in a row. What did she do? She walked her ass off.
And it sucked. Walking sucks.
She walked her ass off.
She didn't pull the tire. She didn't pull the tire.
Because she has gratitude and she understands the process, right? And so she's in a place to recognize this is what I have to be. This is what I have to do right now.
Yes.
Right? So she's gone through the bare essentials, what's important to me. And she had all of that taken away with the surgery, and now she has to go, oh, shit, what's really important to me? Mm-hmm. It's not running a 755 mile. Mm-hmm. It's just moving effectively forward without pain, right? So only then you see gains after you get all the other stuff in line. And that's what I challenge each of you. Now, obviously, we're in a sport to where you're rewarded for your gains. PRs, Ironman finisher medals, all this other fun stuff, right? Friends bragging on your Strava likes, all this cool stuff. But at the end of the day, none of that happens truly deeply if the other stuff isn't in place. It's just a facade. It's just a fake. It's just a fraud. Okay? And I will tell you, the funny part is I always do this thing at the beginning of camp. Actually, I think I have it here. So I always do this thing and I ask you what your fitness level is. Low, mediocre, high. So, at this camp, allegedly, we have 2 people that are in weak fitness.
And they want to work. They're amazing.
We have 7 people that are mediocre. And 4 people that are strong.
Wow, there's more people.
I don't know what you guys saw that I saw today, but I saw a lot of them strong and mediocre.
Yeah.
I didn't see any weak, right? But we do this when we look at our fitness as a PR, as a result, or as some type of tangible thing. That's how we judge ourselves. I love that because people will submit that, and I'm like, weak? What?
Yeah.
But I also go, strong? I look at it, hey, I'm equal opportunity, okay?
You can fix that.
But at the end of the day, it's how we perceive that. Everything's about perception. There are people right now that are weak compared to where they would have been in a spring camp. But, Paul Miller, what would you list yourself as? Let's find out, because I like Paul.
Slacker.
Oh, no, you know what? So here's the thing. Because I know Paul, and Paul, you didn't sign up. Paul would have listed himself at mediocre at best.
No! That's just
At best. At best. Right? So it's all about kind of where we're at.
Slacker.
And that's just how he feels about himself. So I want you all to think about what I just talked about, though. Think about having those essential pieces in place. If I were here giving a fitness talk, how to get more fit, how to get faster, the first thing I'm going to say is foundation. Those who've been to my talks, you've heard me talk about foundation is the key. That's your aerobic base, that's your mental capacity, it's all those things. And right now, your foundation is going to be that whole, what is the most important thing that we learned 6 months ago? When it's like, hey, only essential. Only be with essential people. You know what those are now, so use that as your foundation. And then 3 levels above that is when you work on your fitness. And the 4th level is when you work on your goals and your PRs and all that stuff. Not necessarily goals, but your PRs and your records and all this getting fast stuff. Okay? So, I'm going to go around the room and I'm going to pick random people that are not random because I already know who I'm going to pick. But it's random as far as you know.
Yeah.
Let's go, Randy. Why do you do what you do in fitness?
I enjoy it.
Keep your wife happy, admit it.
Okay. Troy, why do you do what you do in fitness?
Stay in shape, keep my mind where I can manage things.
It's okay, you can say mine right. That works for me.
He was planning. You tell the plan.
Randy, why do you do what you do?
Keep anxiety down.
Yeah. Rashonda, why do you do what you do?
For my kids.
For your kids. Nobody said shit about a race finish time so far. I'm just throwing that out there.
You know, that's right.
Yet, that is our basis of judgment.
Yeah.
That is our basis of judgment of ourselves, is that, right? And so, you know, no matter what people just said, those 4 people, no matter what they said, there's still PRs they want to chase. There's still goals they want to chase. And you know what? I own a coaching company, so I appreciate you having those goals. I'm not an idiot, okay? But what I want you to think about is, at the pure foundation, why do you do what you do? Okay? I do what I do to lead. I do what I do to be an example. I do what I do to stay healthy enough so that in 30 years, my kids can still have me around. That's very, very important for me. Okay? Now, let me ask you a question. If I tell you that the #1 key in getting better at sport is consistency, what's the second thing?
Mindset.
Recovery.
Okay, mindset, recovery. What's the second thing?
Execution.
Gratefulness, gratitude,
Patient.
Every step.
patience,
Nice.
grace.
Grace. Oh, amen.
So okay, here's the thing. So let's pretend those 4 are the second thing. What's the third thing? That's going to be harder. Think about deeply why you do what you do. I mean, like 2 levels down that you might be afraid to talk about in front of a group. 2 levels down. Why do you do what you do?
Addiction?
Addiction? No, that's
Totally my problem.
100%.
Acceptance.
Acceptance.
Oh.
See if you can do it.
Challenge.
Personal drive.
For me, it's strength. Like,
Strength.
I told my kids that I would always be able to carry them.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so hard. I do love
Yeah.
that.
So
Beautiful.
strength
Show people you're a badass.
You'll be able to carry them for at least 12 miles now.
Exactly. And when I'm 80, I can carry them for like
Yes, ma'am.
50 yards.
Yeah.
I'm still in.
Let me
I
carry
didn't say
you.
I didn't say the distance. Just
But you
I will
will.
carry
So
you.
let's
I can carry you.
so let's take it to the 4th level. What's even deeper in there? What would be the 4th level?
Why we,
Something that you can't see on a stat sheet.
why
Something
we
you-
do what we do?
Yeah. Something you can't find on a result page. Something you can't find in a Training Peaks PR.
Yeah.
Passion.
Passion? That's a good one.
I'm passionate and grateful.
Okay.
Those work for me.
Yeah. What else? Come on, I need like 3 or 4 more.
Y'all
ain't. No, you're done. You're done. You're done.
Okay.
So you have to show people that you can always find more.
Inspiration, right?
Inspiration.
Yeah. Okay. I need 2 more.
Look, I'm not competitive, but I'm hanging on to your kid's name.
I need 2 more.
Oh, it's you.
You
You.
asleep right now.
You did too. You tied it up there.
Gratitude.
I know you did.
Community.
I need 1 more.
Community.
Community.
What grade are you in?
I will tell you the secret right now to endurance
You don't know what
sports.
grade you're in?
The
VR
absolute
now,
secret right now
virtual.
to endurance sports
Dude,
is that 4th
I
level.
need it.
It's the 4th level. 1st level, that's like base level skin, right? That's the highest level. That's the for you level typically, right? We do it because we want recognition. We do it because we want an award. We do it because we want a finisher medal. 2nd level gets a little deeper. You're like, I want to be healthy. Listen, folks, Ironman is not a healthy sport. I hate to break it to you. I'm not even joking. I've done testing for Memorial Hermann. It's not healthy. It is actually very unhealthy for your internal organs. Okay? We got a doctor here that's nodding going, yeah, you got it. So, the 3rd level, we're kind of getting there. But whatever is your 4th level, that is what happens and what you need to really tap into when shit gets tough. When you get to the point to go, why am I doing what I'm doing? This sucks. I can't hit this number. I can't do this. I'm not fast enough to keep with this group. You got to go down 4 levels before you'll unlock the real reason you do what you do. For some people, it may be to fight off depression. For some people, it might be to fight off anxiety. Maybe it's to help them sleep at night. Maybe it's to inspire their children. Maybe it is to be more healthy at that 4th level. That's how you get through those really tough times where you wake up and you go, nah, not today, Satan. I'm not working out. You're not getting me today. Maybe tomorrow. Wake up late tomorrow. Nah, too late. It's hot. Woo! Right? And we all know, you guys giggle because you know those excuses, right? So that's what I want you all to think about. That 4th level, when it gets really tough, when your training block gets really big when racing returns, and your training block's really tough, that 4th level is why you do what you do. And at the ultimate end of the day, that's what matters the most.
I say that that's like finding your why. So like your 4th level is your why. So no matter what happens, like just
Give her a medal.
drop
Don't
it
you
down
have
to
a medal?
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And she has a half a medal, so she's good enough.
Totally fine. I'm fine with half a
I
medal.
had an old medal.
So fine.
And that is absolutely the key. The problem is that when we go, and I talk to groups about this all the time, when we go and search for our why, it's typically clouded by those at least top 2 levels.
Yes.
Because we think our why is that race goal. And sometimes, hey,
Okay, cool.
no, I'm about to show you your why. We think that why is to inspire others. We think that why is so we can do a Facebook post of our workout paces and all that stuff because we're going to inspire, and yet those paces are not attainable by some people. So what do? If you post a picture of how fast you swim, and somebody can't ever swim that fast, what do you think that does?
Scares them away. They don't want
Yeah, it
to.
scares them away. So you do not give that person a chance. You got to go to that 4th level to unlock what really absolutely matters. What really is going to propel you through those deep times. I'm going to share something with you. So last thing I got for tonight is a very good friend of mine, Jerry. Some people here locally know him. Jerry probably has the biggest heart but the smallest lungs out of anybody I know. And those that know him laugh because Jerry has 40% lung capacity in relation to a normal human. He got an injury when he was in the military, overseas, and but man, you can't drop Jerry. He just won't freaking go away. I'm like, Jerry, you are dying right now. He's like, I'm not gonna quit. Because Jerry's on level 4 all the time. Like, if you get Jerry to level 6, you've done something. Like, Jerry's going, I don't know why I'm still here, but I'm doing it for this reason. He's got it really nailed out. So he made me this shirt. And so it was very special to me because he made it probably, I don't know, 2 or 3, 4 months ago. And I hadn't seen him because Jerry can't be around a lot of people with his lung issue.
Right.
So I didn't see him for many months. And then we finally started connecting. He's got to wear masks and all that fun stuff. And so out of nowhere, he puts this little thing on the back of it. Some of you may or may not have seen. And he sent me this picture of the back of the shirt that he made for me. And I was like, holy fuck, like it brought tears to my eyes. It hit me that strongly, right? So if you look at the back of it, it says, mind over miles, right?
Yes.
Very simple. And so to me, what that means to me, and I'm going to do a lot with this little phrase here. What that means to me is that's level 4. Okay? The miles you logged don't matter, right? What matters is the people you impacted on that ride. What matters is the people you inspired from that ride. And I'm not talking about hopping on social media going, look at me. I did this, right? I'm talking about the people that see you being healthy. The people see you being a good human being. How about that, right? Good human being. I don't know if we can vote for that, but look for it on your ballots. And at the end of the day, that's the biggest key. That's level 4 to me. That means the most to me. And so when it gets tough and when it gets dark or when it gets really, really, really rough, I want you all to step back and go, all right, I think I'm seeing level 2. What's 3 again? Right? And recognizing these 4 levels is what? Gratitude. Right? Gratitude. Everything you have can be taken away like that. Okay? So think about that. When you get to those tough spots and you're not quite sure how you're going to get over, you're going to have dark times in our little challenge in 4 weeks and then again at the end of December.
It's because he drinks cheap whiskey.
Well, it's okay.
Damn.
But what he's going to have to do is he's going to find level 4. He's doing an unsupported 200-mile attempt by himself.
We'll help you.
Not sure where the bathrooms are at, not sure where ice water is, right? And we're figuring all that out, but he's going to have those dark times. Every one of you, in a different capacity, is going to have those dark times. And until you truly find a way to access level 4, you'll never complete it. That mission will always leave you hungry, will always leave you feeling a little bit empty. Look for level 4. That's it.
That's amazing. I love that.
I just made that shit up. That being said, all right, enough of that mushy crap.